Hey guys, my name's Trisha, and I am an ER nurse. I work graveyards, so I just woke up for a shift. I'm in a hotel room because I actually work 220 miles away from where I live. So you can tell, yes, I'm busy. My schedule is all over the place, and you can build a business in your spare time even so. So when I was thinking about my coaching success story and what to share with you guys regarding how coaching has changed my life, um, I wanted to share something that had nothing to do with the monetary ways in which it's changed my life or the rank advancements that I've achieved or not achieved or want to achieve. Those are all amazing things, but that's not the biggest success story that I have with Beachbody or coaching. So, uh, when I started this journey 3 years ago, I was lost. I had no passion in my life. I had no motivation to do anything about it. I was insecure. I spent most of my days that I wasn't working, lying on the couch, eating takeout, drinking far too much wine. I may or may not still do that part. I ate at least a bag of candy, a family-sized bag, every single night. And I didn't want to do anything that my then boyfriend, now fiance, wanted to do. He's always been super healthy and active, and he would want to go do fun things like hike or to go bike for a bike ride, or basically I didn't want to do anything that involved leaving the house. I was just tired all the time. And I'm the kind of person that's like a, suffer in silence type. I uh, didn't want to reach out for help because I didn't want to admit to myself or to anybody else that I was as insecure and had such a large void in my heart and in my life that I did. So over years, the years that I had progressively began to feel more and more this way, I had tried so many quick fixes, and from cleanses to diet pills to teas to pills that supposedly make your body not absorb the fat from your food. God, if you can just imagine the horror stories there. We can talk about that privately if you ever want to know. But I was trying everything that I thought would help me feel better because it would just help me lose weight, and that would be the answer to all my problems. And you know, because the way that I was feeling was starting to affect everything in my life. I had no excitement, so I wasn't probably the best person in the world to work with. I was so insecure that it was affecting my relationship. I was hiding, both emotionally and physically. I can vividly remember one day getting dressed to go out to dinner with my fiance, my now fiance. And we had been together for about 4 years at the time. And I remember standing in front of the mirror, desperately trying to find something as quickly as possible. Most of my clothing choices, centered around what I could hide in, what could hide the insecurities that I was feeling, that would, make sure that nobody, namely my fiance, would see that my stomach hung over my pants a little bit, or that, I'd wear black pants so that my thighs looked thinner, or, I was trying to find clothes that I could hide in. And I remember trying desperately to find something that I felt comfortable in as quickly as possible because I didn't want my fiance to walk in the room when I was naked or when I had my pants on and hadn't covered up with a sweatshirt yet, if any of you can relate to that. Because I somehow had it in my head that despite the fact that, this man had been seeing me naked for 4 years at that point, or longer even, maybe, I'm not sure, that somehow he hadn't really seen me and what I look like in the daylight, and that if he did, if he saw me the way that I saw me, that he wouldn't love me anymore, right? Like, it's crazy to think about being in that mental space because I've I'm not that way anymore. And hindsight's 2020, and I can't believe that I let myself get to that point. It's crazy. But anyway, so my coach was a friend of mine who had asked me amidst my quick fixes multiple times to check out her challenge group and to try Shakeology and to try a workout program and the support and the accountability that comes with being a part of a group and a team. And of course I said no over and over and over and over, and I kept trying my quick fixes and I kept feeling like crap. And then finally, she asked me one day, and I just thought, screw it, I'll try it. Why not? Nothing that I'm doing is working anyways. I put it on a credit card because I thought it was too expensive, and I fully intended to just use it to kind of shut her up, and I was desperate. And then I was going to send it all back. Well, through the challenge group, I started to get results, not first off in how I looked, of course, that takes a little bit more time, but in the way I was feeling. I started to feel more energetic. I started to feel more positive. I started to feel more hope. I was excited, and I was participating in the challenge group. I was doing all the mini challenges. I won a lot of them. I was sharing in the group. I was supporting people, and it was fun. And people at my work started to notice the changes in me, and they started asking me what I was doing and how they could get involved. Well, my coach had been telling me throughout the challenge group that I'd make a great coach because I was already doing a lot of the things that coaches do. And of course I said no for about 4 months. And I thought, I don't want to do that. I don't want to sell anything. I don't want to, I'm too scared to share my stuff with people. Like, that's none of their business. I don't want to put it on blast, because you have to remember, I was so afraid to ask for help prior to all of this, and I didn't want to share with people my vulnerabilities. I was afraid to share with people that I had previously felt the way that I felt. I didn't want to put myself out there, so I said no over and over and over. And then when my coworkers started asking me what I was doing and how they could join, I thought, you know what, I could pass off this these customers to my coach and just keep doing what I'm doing, or I could sign up to be a discount coach and get the 25% discount, because I will never go another day without Shakeology. And then if friends ask me and want to sign up, I can earn some money back towards my own products, like win-win, right? Who doesn't want stuff for cheaper? So that's what I did. I signed up as a discount coach. My coach had put me in the different team pages, because that's what we do, even for our discount coaches, because it's another layer of support and accountability and information sharing. And I turned off all the notifications and refused to pay attention to what was going on in that group. And oh, so typical of so many new coaches. You'll hear the story over and over and over again. Anyways, so I turned off all the notifications, and I wouldn't pay attention to the groups, and I just kept doing what I was doing on my journey. About a year in, give or take, I had, slowly but surely started to look a little bit more into those groups and what the people were doing. And I started to notice this overwhelming feeling and theme of excitement and energy and positivity, and the glass is half full, and people were right in front of my eyes being proof that this thing was real, right? I didn't think it was real. I didn't think that you could really be a network marketer, multi-level, network marketer, I don't know how to say that, that you could use social media and helping people to truly create time and financial freedom for yourself. But I saw these people, these positive, supportive, uplifting, upbeat people who were always freaking happy. I would see them making their dreams come true. They were going on trips. They were quitting their full-time jobs. They were building houses and hitting the Millionaires Club and rank advancing, and they seemed to be having so much fun when they were doing it. And I wanted my life to look like theirs. I started to feel a desire to have that life. And so slowly but surely, I started to kind of learn a little bit more, do a little bit more. I was sort of putting my toes in the water, and then my ankles, and then my knees, right? And so this coaching journey has sort of been a long process for me to get to the point where I now am passionate about it, and I wake up thinking about it, and I go to sleep thinking about it. And when I'm at my day job, night job, my graveyard shifts as a nurse, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking, I need to respond to this person, and oh, I need to ask that person how their program's going, and oh, I need to create this training, and I just can't stop thinking about it if that's not a sure enough sign that I'm doing the right thing, right? Um, but I still didn't know what I was doing back then, as I was trying to sort of ease my way into it. I had no clue what I was doing. I wasn't doing very much training. I was just sort of trying to figure it out. I wasn't asking for my coach for training, you know. But the amazing thing about coaching for me has been that it has been, for me, exactly what I've needed it to be throughout the last 3 years, throughout every single struggle that I've gone through personally, business-wise, health and fitness-wise, over the past 3 years. Coaching has just been what I never knew I needed in those moments. It has created a level of confidence in me that I didn't know I was lacking even. I'm so much more secure. My relationship is better than it has ever been in my entire life, because now I know how to love myself truly. And so I can then pour love into other people, right? I now have energy to pour into other people. I now have such a belief in myself that I never had, a belief that allows me to step outside of my comfort zone, to do things even though I'm freaking terrified of them. And so that allows me to reach more people, right? It helps me to help other people change their life and to believe in them until they can believe in themselves. I recently, I've gained weight, I've lost weight over this journey. Coaching has allowed me to have that extra layer of support and accountability, because if I'm asking other people to do things, I have to do them. I can't not walk the walk, right? So even though I've definitely had slip-ups on my own health and fitness journey, coaching has held me accountable, because I am trying to lead by example and prove to people that they can do it, even if it's hard, even if they're busy, even if they're tired, even if they don't know what the freak they're doing yet. So it's allowed me to, even though I've slipped up, to not give up on myself. And I was a serial quitter, you guys. You know how many times I have started a gym membership or an I'm gonna eat healthy sort of thing, and done it really well for a little while, like a couple of months, and then fallen off track, lost weight, gain weight, lost weight, gain weight. I was a serial quitter, and now even when I slip up, even when I gain a little bit of weight back, even when I'm feeling lazy for a little while, I always jump back on the wagon, because I have people depending on me. I have a team standing behind me to support me, and I know now that I'm not perfect, and all I have to do is keep trying. And the last thing I want to tell you about it is, I actually just got off a 1 year long battle with spinal injuries, multiple spinal injuries that took me off work for a year. They challenged me, that journey challenged me in so many ways, because I lost my identity. I wasn't a nurse anymore for a year. I didn't know how to not be a nurse and not be crazy busy and not be commuting 220 miles every week, driving back and forth, and all this stuff. And I couldn't work out, and I fell back into some old habits to cope emotionally, as far as eating and drinking. And Beachbody coaching and programs and products helped me fight. I would not have had the mental fortitude or the tenacity or the belief in myself or the even give a shit to fight my way through and back from that journey of disability. If it weren't for all of this, I would probably have resigned to laying on the couch, drinking a lot of booze, gaining weight, feeling like crap, and being pissed off and miserable about the woe is me, why me side of it. But I've grown so much as a person throughout this journey in ways that I didn't even know that I needed growth. I didn't know how to grow before I started all of this. But one of our vital behaviors is personal development. And by putting the good in every day, I'm getting good out. I am stronger, so much stronger emotionally and spiritually because of all this. And I've been able to fight my way back from such a tough battle as far as my spinal injuries and disability journey goes. I've lost all the weight that I gained when I was on disability, because even though I was eating healthy still and drinking my Shakeology and, keeping positive, and I was hopeful and I knew that I could come back from it, I still gained some weight. Like, I could not work or work out for a year. And I never would have come out of that like guns blazing. When I first could work out again, I was like, yes, I'm doing 21-day fix. I'm going to do PIO. I can't wait. I came out guns blazing, and I kind of surprised myself with that. It was like there was no other option than to fight back. Like, it never crossed my mind to just accept my back pain and my weight gain and everything that comes along with that. Like, that was never something in my mind. It was like, I'm gonna fight back. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I've got a team behind me. I've got all these challengers that I'm leading behind me. Everybody's cheering me on, and I know I can do hard things because I've already proven that to myself. So I highly encourage you to consider not only what this can do for you, how it can change your life financially and give you time freedom, because it can. The proof's in the pudding, you guys. Whether you want to believe it or not right now, I wasn't a believer, but I have seen too many people do it, so I know it's possible. It all starts with me, and what I'm willing to put in is what I will get out. But I challenge you to think about the other ways in which it can change your life, right? Like, what could Beachbody coaching and products and this lifestyle and this amazing support system do for you in your personal life? Emotionally, spiritually, socially. I've made some of my best friends that I talk to every single day. I want you to think, because honestly, it's not about how Beachbody has changed my life, because there's probably more ways that it has changed it than in ways that it hasn't. It's touched every facet of my life, every corner of my heart, and I really, really hope to see you guys in the team page very soon. Okay, sorry it was a little long. You can watch later. You'll have a YouTube link. I gotta go to work. Bye.